At this point, I'd like to present to you live Bishop Catherine Mutua from Kenya. Bishop Catherine is with us, and she has been in Denver several times. During the past 8 years, she has served as the Bishop of the Methodist Church of the Kaga Synod. She has served with great distinction. Unfortunately, there is a time limit on Episcopal leaders there in Kenya, and her time ends in December. She'll continue to provide ministry and services in Kenya, but we won't have our direct leadership, and we have been so inspired by her. So at this time, we'd like to make a presentation to her that we're going to do virtually here a bit. I have on the screen there 8 splendid years. You have been the first woman bishop in Kenya. You have given outstanding humanitarian ministry from the very first day that you were elected bishop and consecrated. You went out into the streets to serve people. And so we have a little surprise for you as we talk to you in presenting this award because of your service to the marginalized, the stigmatized, the homeless, the hungry, the heartbroken. And as your colleague Jennifer has said, you have really been a mother to the motherless. So I turn it over to my colleagues there in Kenya who will make the presentation. Glory, I believe you're prepared along with Jennifer.
Yes, Don.
We are ready.
Okay, present. This is the unplanned portion. I mean, it's planned, but not announced in advance.
Mama, ooh yo, mama, ooh yo, mama, ooh yo, mama. Wow, Pendo, mama, ooh yo, mama, ooh yo, mama, ooh yo, mama.
Surprise!
Oh my God, another surprise from
my goodness. Thank you on behalf of the team. Wow. I saw that image there. How did it get here?
Don't worry.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Don and the team. It's a real surprise. Thank you so much. I really appreciate.
Well, thank you very much. That shirt looked very nice. I think I want one like that too. And that picture that it was presented to you was created by our artist in Wisconsin, Liz, and shows it's very unique. Shows you with children in the church and your service. Catherine, do you want to say any more before we play the video?
I'm so excited. I'm actually touched. I feel like I would cry if I talk. But I want to appreciate you for your kindness, for your hospitality, for your support. The 8 years you've supported me, you've worked with me, and I am so grateful. Thank you so much, and God bless you. We'll continue working together in other forums. I'll be here to support you in whichever way I might be needed. Thank you very much.
Good morning. We are happy to be part of this very important event that you have this morning that is focusing on the continuing support that you've continued to give to the orphans and vulnerable families in Kenya. And therefore, on behalf of all Kenyans, and particularly the organization that I work with, that is Kaga Synod, I want to take this early opportunity to thank each and every one of you, for you have been esteemed partners throughout the year, and especially when the COVID-19 came into this country and into the entire world. At the beginning, we were stranded. We didn't know how to deal with COVID-19 or even how to help our orphans who used to benefit a lot from food while in school. But now, with the coming of the pandemic, we were now stranded on how to go about it. And on this, I really want to appreciate you because you came in very fast and you have supported us with food. We have fed them 4 times, and every family received enough food to last them 3 weeks. And therefore, for that, they have continued to move on with a lot of hope of a better future and a better tomorrow. So the money that you've given us in the past, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic time, has gone to food. And we cannot overemphasize how important food has been. But in general, because we have partnered with the Center for Health and Hope for some time, the money that we receive always goes to food, tuition for the children that are in all levels of learning, that is elementary, high school, tertiary, and universities. And I want also to thank you for considering to have some university students, because previously the children were not going beyond the high school education. And together with the tuition that we have received, the families have also benefited with the uniform for these children. The families have also benefited in that they were able to do shelter improvement for the families that are really needed this. And for that, I most sincerely want to appreciate you for what you've been able to do. During this season of pandemic, there is serious need for sanitizers, there is serious need for masks, there is serious need for soaps, and because of the poverty index in this country, not very many people can afford it, and especially the vulnerable population of this country. Therefore, going forward and moving forward, this is something that we might put into consideration. The other area is on sanitary towels for girls. And I want to thank you most sincerely, especially the Park Hill women and the Park Hill Methodist families who supported the initiative of sanitary towels for girls. And moving forward, this is a program that we think will be most necessary to keep our girls in schools. And also, we shall require to continue raising more money because of the orphans. There is need to continue thinking about them because the populations are still there. The people that need this help are there. The COVID-19 pandemic has really caused a lot of trouble in that the people who used to earn even the little wages, they no longer do that because they either lost their jobs and it's very, very difficult for the families. So we are having more problems than we had yesterday because of COVID-19. At the same time, we are having a lot of need to do the training because people need to be enlightened on how to behave, especially during this season, which was very unpredicted. People need to know how to handle the COVID-19. And I see a much bigger problem in that the schools have reopened. The Form 4 class, the grade 8 students, and even the grade 4 students have been asked to go back to school from Monday next week. So I am seeing a bigger problem in that the spread of this disease could be higher than it was before. So we need to do a lot of training so that people know how to remain safe, so that we contain the spread of this disease. People also need a lot of training because of the HIV and AIDS. It is still an issue in this country and stigma is very high. So I see a need for even to fundraise for trainings. We need to train the community health workers more. We need to train the pastors more so that they create awareness to the congregations. We need to train even the parents and the caregivers so that at least there is continued training to the people that we call training the trainers, people that we train and then they'll go and train others. But as far as where we are at the moment, ours is to appreciate the journey we have worked with you, the Center for Health and Hope, because you have truly remained the Center for Health and Hope for us. In its own aspects and in all aspects of the world, you have been very supportive and we cannot really thank you enough. On behalf of the Methodist Church in Kenya, on behalf of the people living with HIV and AIDS, I want to thank you most sincerely because of all the support that we have received. We remain hopeful and we thank God for that. Otherwise, for me as a bishop, I want to appreciate you more specifically because you have continued to be great partners and you have supported me as I served the church for the last 8 years. And now is the right time. I need to tell you that my term as a synod bishop for Kaga has ended. And come next year, you'll be having another bishop. And as I have told Don Mesa before, there'll be no issue, there'll be no difference because the work of God will continue. We shall have other leaders and the office is still there, the social workers are still there, Jennifer is still there. So the work will be continued effectively. Otherwise, thank you so much and God bless you.
And God bless you and all the people in Kenya.